Movies Not Movies invites you to check out No Problem Mac. Teaching and support for the Apple Mac, iPad, and iPhone. And best of all, they come direct to your home. Find out more at noproblemmac.com.
Welcome to Movies Not Movies, the only podcast in the world, except for the 3.5 million other podcasts. It's Movies Not Movies, right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the Movies Not Movies podcast. That is the podcast where we take a look at the best movies from America and the world that don't exist and talk to the people who don't exist that made them. I'm your co-host, James Napoli.
And I'm your co-host, Heidi Giovanni.
Wonderful to see you again.
Lovely as always.
I might have said that exact same phrase in the last podcast.
I think you may have, but it doesn't matter because it's always, I'm going to speak for myself, always wonderful to see you, James.
I think you have to speak for yourself. And
who am I going to speak for?
It's always wonderful to see you has to be attributed to the person saying it. So.
That is correct.
Should we kick in with our
our
movie of this podcast?
High energy.
Do we
movie.
say movie of this week? I mean, what is it with podcasts? That someone could be listening to this
daily?
6 months from now, and they'll
correct.
say, "Wait a minute,
that's
what
correct.
do they mean by movie of this week?"
That's correct. Movie of now. This is the movie of whatever your now
that.
is. This
the
is
movie
our
of
now.
The moment.
Yes, the movie of the
power
moment.
Of now.
You love alliteration, don't you?
By
I
the
love
way,
that about you.
Is it okay if I read The Power of Now next week?
No, because that will be The Power of Then, won't it?
Oh, good point.
Thank you.
It's good making eye contact with you. You know, the first couple of ones we did, you were way at the other. It's like that scene in Citizen Kane where they're at the opposite ends of the table and they can't connect.
And we had our backs to each other, which was really challenging.
That was the first day. That was the method.
Yes,
trying.
exactly.
Let's see if we can do this without actually seeing each other at all.
At all, yes.
Okay, now we got a lot to talk about today because this is an exciting new movie.
Yes.
Burning it up on the festival circuit.
Oh my God, amazing.
Rock and Roll Hospice.
Yep.
Now, this is the story of a heavy metal band, a hair band.
A hair band.
Called Squelch.
Yes, Squelch.
And what happens to them? They are they're about to be admitted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Finally, because
after all these years.
After all these years, because their antics or shenanigans have really gotten them in trouble with the heavy metal crowd, which is hard to do.
A few trashed hotel rooms later.
Yeah.
And so what do they do? What gets them in hot water that if they don't? You can tell us.
Well, what happens is, of course, they go to Cleveland because they're about to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as you mentioned. And the lead vocals and lead guitarist, Quiff, gets a little tickle in his throat.
Quiff,
and which I love that. I love that name.
Yeah,
and
it's a great
of
name.
course, the irony, and this is where you and I had talked about. It's a cry for help. They had plenty of cash in their wallets, but he steals a bag of echinacea chews from the CVS in Cleveland, and the judge.
Do they have CVS in Cleveland?
I'm going to assume it's a national chain, so yes.
Okay.
I think
founded in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, by the way.
Little known fact.
Consumer value stores.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Consumer value stores. I love that. So Quiff steals a bag of echinacea chews, and the judge brings down the hammer and says, "No, this shall not stand.
You're not getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You are not getting into the and not only are you not, unless you do a good deed." And he sets out the good deed. It's mystical. Little community service at a very, very, very small assisted living facility in South Dakota.
They have to go to South Dakota.
They have to go to South Dakota.
Wait a minute, they're in Cleveland. Why do they have to go that far?
Because, the judge has had it. He's absolutely had it with him.
I'm rolling with it.
Yes, absolutely.
Those of you who've been listening to this podcast, the last time we did this, the guy didn't even show his face. And I had to roll with that because we're the improv team here.
And because James is tremendously supportive. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
they're in South Dakota.
Yeah.
At a very, very small assisted living facility with senior citizens and the staff.
And boy, do they mix that place up with their crazy rock and roll attitude.
Boy, do they ever.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. New blood, new life into this place.
By the way, Millard LeBlanc playing Quiff.
Wow. Amazing.
Terrific
amazing.
Performance
and
by
actually
him.
doing all of his own stunts, as I recall.
What's stunts? There's stunts in a Rock and Roll Hospice movie? Well, I suppose when everyone else around you is on a walker and, and an IV drip.
Exactly. Try weaving around
moving
that.
around is a stunt. Yeah.
Exactly.
So he's really good at that.
He's very, very good at that. He has the cart for the wine and cheese every Thursday. And it's not easy to maneuver that. So I thought
it's a change of pace for what did I call him?
Millard? Was it Millard?
Millard
Yeah.
LeBlanc,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Because
yes. He's only known for that one TV show.
And the Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chicago.
Exactly. Yes, he's more of a stage actor. Marvelous job, I thought. Absolutely brilliant as Quiff.
So Quiff leads the band. By the way, we've got, who's the guy on drums again?
That is Lester. Lester
on
is
drums.
much like Cher and Fabian, no last name.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Quite a brilliant drum.
Marty, the bass guitarist,
Yeah.
a very moving.
Yes.
He's the one that begins the friendship with she's the old lady.
Old lady, yes, yeah.
This is Ethel.
Ethel, yes, with a Y.
Mm-hmm.
Because her husband was one of the first founders of alternate fuels.
She's played by Helen Murren.
Yes, Helen Murren. Yes.
People are really, and that woman, talk about ageless.
Oh my God, timeless.
In a way, the casting doesn't quite work because she still only looks 83.
Great. She looks great.
This woman is supposed to be 84. So.
Yes, but what I like about that though is, it makes Quiff re-examine his obsession with 18-year-olds.
Yeah, you're right.
I love that. I mean, he sees that women really of any age deserve his respect.
Yeah, they do.
Which I found very touching. I mean, I wept. I wept.
Don't all of us really have to re-examine our quiffs?
Yes, absolutely.
No idea
absolutely.
what that meant.
No, but
so
absolutely.
Okay, well, we're going to listen to a clip now from Rock and Roll Hospice. This is The Boys.
Yes, I want to warn everyone to turn down the volume because, wow.
This could get rocking.
They shred.
This is The Boys interacting with the folks at the hospice.
Yes.
The Shady Day Hospice Facility in South Dakota.
Yes.
Specificity. That's, I believe, Viola Spolin. That's in Chapter 8 of the Improv book.
Exactly.
Be specific about everything.
Be specific. Shady Day.
So they're in the Shady Day, and this is them just rocking the house, driving people. This is before they find their feet. They're being a little crazy here.
Exactly.
Here we go. Rock and Roll Hospice.
Here's a clip from a Movies Not Movies movie.
Hi, old people. I'm Quiff. I'm your number caller today. Here we go. B7. G51. Bingo! No, Ethel, you don't have bingo yet, dude. Let's continue. G8.
Oh, bingo!
Ethel, dude, you don't have bingo yet. Chill.
I want to win! The prize today is a dog-eared copy of a Dean Koontz book from the library.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, girlfriend, but you need to just...
Bingo!
Oh, Satan save me. Yo, Quiff! What is it, Lester?
I got Vincent here. He swears his kids are coming to visit.
They told me they were gonna visit today. Dude, get real. Your kids are not coming. They're never coming again. That blows.
Vincent, you're new here. You'll learn. Trust me. It's better when your kids don't come to visit. They're all gutless, guilty, ungrateful twerps. And they fuss over you and overcompensate for how guilty they feel for dumping you in this joint. You're better off without them, right, everyone?
I should have pulled out. You rock, Ethel. I wish my mom was like you. All right, let's get back to the game.
Bingo!
Damn, this is gonna be a long-ass day.
All right, pretty good stuff. That was the heavy metal band Squelch. Interacting with the residents of the Shady Day nursing home in South Dakota.
Yeah, lovely.
Pretty powerful stuff, really, because, you get so many of the movies about old folks.
Exactly.
And they're cantankerous, and they walk in the halls without their robes, and they make dick jokes. And, we don't have that kind of stereotype.
It's not like that at all.
What we have is Ethel, played by the ageless Helen Murren.
Timeless,
playing
ageless,
84 years old when she doesn't look a day over 83 and a half.
It's brilliant.
It's incredibly,
it's brilliant.
It's beautifully done. Yeah. So they form a friendship, her and Quiff, and we're discussing Marty, the bass guitarist. Actually, he's the one who got that friendship going.
Yes, he did. I mean, he was really the catalyst for a very, very important...
How did he meet Ethel for the first time?
What happened was Ethel was running the trivia night at the Shady Day.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, she kept asking the same question over and over again, having forgotten that she had just asked that very question. Thankfully, the residents didn't know the difference.
But
Marty called her on it. And it's the first time she's been called on.
Of course,
something.
he won the trivia night that night,
Yeah,
too,
it was
because
easy
all he had
to-
to do was answer this question
Again
16
and
times.
again and again.
Yeah.
So he did get a lovely, lovely little fake centerpiece.
So do you remember what the trivia question was?
Yes, it was really quite marvelous. Which person named Henry Ford invented the Model A and the Model T?
Very leading the residents of the
Yes.
nursing home.
Well, it's important.
But
because
Marty, being no slouch,
no slouch at all.
he got that it was Henry Ford.
Yes.
And he answered it over and over and over
16
again.
times, I think.
It was kind of cruel of him to,
Yes.
steal
Yes.
all those little trinkets that they give away as prizes.
Yes,
But-
it was not very nice, but apparently he used it for a good cause. He
Which
sold
was?
them. He sold them on eBay and donated them to an animal rescue group,
So
which I
nice
thought
of
was
him.
which I thought was lovely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
was
had
very
no
touched
idea
by
that Marty was. That's great. And I bet that really impressed the judge, too.
Yes, exactly.
So when they went by bonding with Ethel this way, they discover she was a former big band singer.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Of course, she doesn't sing anymore because there's no more song left in her.
Until
Yes.
she meets Squelch.
Yes.
And there's that
Yes.
just tremendous scene where she rocks out with them,
Yep.
screaming her lungs out,
Amazing.
belting out sort of a big band
Yep.
meets
Yep.
heavy metal mashup.
Passes out
Yep.
at the end.
And the amazing thing is that everybody watching the show
Yeah.
sound asleep.
Exactly.
And yet, the Squelch, the band, is having a great time.
Yes,
They're bonding
yes,
with Ethel.
yes.
They've done their service.
Yes.
We're not going to give you the spoiler of do they get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
You'll
at the end
just
of this
have to
story.
go see the
You'll have
movie,
to go
won't
see it.
you?
So
Yes.
let's listen to this terrific, high-energy clip
Yes.
of little
Ethel.
lady Ethel, played by
Amazing.
Helen Murren,
Yep.
rocking it out
Rocking
with
it like
Squelch
nobody else, yep.
in Rock and Roll Hospice.
Yep.
Oh, and when we come back from the clip, we'll be talking with Millard LeBlanc, who plays Quiff, and the amazing Helen Murren, who plays Ethel. We're not going to be talking to a
No.
director this time, though, right?
No, from what I understand, and I've done a lot of research on this, James, there was no director.
No director.
Of
We're
this
going to have to
movie.
talk to these two
I
about
can't
that.
wait to hear what that was like.
All right, we'll do that when we come back from this clip from Rock and Roll Hospice.
Check. Check.
You young punks ready?
Can we get a level, Ethel?
Check, check, check. Your mother wears army boots.
I don't even know what that means.
Shut your pie hole. Are we gonna crush this song or not?
Okay. Ready, Ethel. And we're rolling. In 2, 3, 1.
Pardon me, boy. Is that the loofah for my
SpongeBob! 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 SpongeBob!
Thank you very much.
Holy crap! She shredded that. Totally.
Bring me my pudding.
Bingo.
It's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing, James.
Scorching.
Scorching. The performances are out of control brilliant. Helen as Ethel, she's a rock and roll goddess.
It's funny you should mention Helen because she's
here.
our guest. She's
Yes.
right here
Right
on
here.
Movies Not Movies, along with
Bravo.
Helen Murren,
Bravo.
along with her co-star
Yeah,
Millard LeBlanc.
this is fantastic. You guys,
Yes.
welcome. We're so excited to have you
Oh,
here.
we are delighted to
Yes,
be here.
thank you.
It's really exciting.
Some
It's
of you may be
wonderful.
already shocked. What?
I know.
What?
Two
What?
British actors?
Yes.
Oh,
What a transformation.
So American.
I
in
tell
this
you.
Boggles the
movie.
mind, doesn't
It
it?
does. The mind is boggled.
You
Yes.
Brits can do Americans better than Americans.
It's
Seriously.
crazy, isn't it?
Seriously.
How do you do that? Let's start with you, Millard. How do you do that?
It's
How do you-
amazing.
how do you capture us so well?
Well, I don't know. I just sort of visualize it and think of something tasty, and then you dirty rat, see?
Oh,
I just came out of nowhere.
Oh,
Yes,
sure.
yes.
That was
You are
I thought
amazing.
Jimmy Cagney was here.
It's incredible.
Oh,
Amazing. It's
that's right.
amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Now,
Yeah, it's amazing. It's
so
amazing.
what went on for you, Helen Murren, channeling this
Just-
easily woman in her 80s?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
brilliant.
was that like?
Brilliant.
Well, the prosthetics helped.
Yeah.
But I did work with the artist who did the prosthetics for the movie ahead of time. I had myself made up to look like an 80-year-old woman and had myself checked into a skilled nursing facility.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you also, before you did that, did you go out in the world? Did you experience age discrimination as a woman in prosthetics?
Well, unfortunately, what happened is when I was checked into the facility, they drugged me.
Oh my gosh.
And I was pretty out of it for a good 6 months.
Good Lord. That's dedication to craft.
Yeah. So
I'd
unfortunately,
like a 6-month nap. Go ahead, sweetie. Sorry.
No, I didn't get
Well,
a
I wanted-
benefit from it because
I wanted to check because while you were filming the movie, right around that time, there was a woman in front of me at the checkout line with one of those coin purses.
Yeah.
I mean, she tied up the line for like 4 hours. And
Was
I
that
thought
you,
maybe it
Helen?
was you.
Maybe that was you, Helen.
Yeah.
Listen, I think what you're doing is stereotyping the elderly.
You know.
And
She makes
those
a point. She makes a
they're on a
point.
fixed income, and those change purses are all they have.
Duly castigated,
So in-
James? I hope
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
sorry.
especially in a
Wonderful.
movie that with such
Exactly.
respect for spunky old people.
Respect for spunky old people, for
Here I am.
bingo, a respect for bingo, which is healthy, I think,
Yes,
for
right.
every generation.
You know what, Helen Murren? I apologize.
Well,
No, not to me. Not
I know
to
the
me.
kind of work you put into your roles, and I don't want to
no,
be
don't you?
at all degrading.
Apology accepted, although
How gracious.
for the elderly, I'll accept the apology
very
on
good.
their
Extremely
behalf.
So
gracious.
let's move from
Yes.
the elderly to
Yeah.
the acting community. You two,
Seriously.
Helen Murren,
Seriously.
like you've worked together for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Youthful and
Beautiful.
vital. That's
Yes.
what we are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But you're known for a kind of playful rapport.
Yes,
off
which we
screen.
love.
we are.
Which we love.
We love to prank one another.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I put Ben Gay in her catheter.
I
it's a bit of a
love it.
shock, wasn't it?
I love it. I love it. How
I was
good.
smelling menthol for months.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything for a
That
laugh.
was on set.
Yeah.
That was during the.
It was during a take. It was
Fantastic.
one where she hit those high notes.
Fantastic.
Could
How
you
wonderful.
because we've been enjoying the dealing with the Rock and Roll Hospice film.
Yes.
Could you give us just a couple of lines from Quiff? I mean, he's such a fun,
Oh,
So
crazy
brilliant.
rock and roll.
yes,
character.
absolutely.
Let me, why don't
You dirty rat, you killed my brother. Yeah, I think that's it.
wow.
You must have gone to the bathroom during that scene in the
Yeah,
movie.
because
yeah.
it's
You were
sort of
getting
like
popcorn.
sort of old gangster meets
Wow.
Valley Guy.
Meets Valley Guy.
Really.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Wow.
It's sort of
Absolutely.
hard to recapture a character once you've rapped. I sort of leave it behind. And
Leave it
Yes,
behind,
it's like
right?
you take it
Because-
off like a suit. You
I know,
shoot
and now I'm busy preparing for my next role, which is Jimi Hendrix.
Very exciting. So we're getting that's your
know,
brand,
yes.
I think. Playing,
It
you know,
is
wow,
rock and
fantastic,
rollers, yes.
fantastic,
So
fantastic.
can you play a guitar with your teeth?
I can.
Wow, excellent,
Not
excellent.
you.
All right, you got me. There's going to be a.
He can see
There's
right
going to be a
through.
stunt
the
double. A
banter,
stunt double.
It's lovely.
While
it's lovely.
while we're talking unique talents,
Yes,
Yes.
I know. Seriously,
Helen
I
Murren,
bow. I bow. I bow.
legendary
Legendary,
improv
brilliant.
performer.
Yes.
This
love it.
woman can take suggestions
She's from the
and
audience,
just craft an
yes.
incredible scene out of
Yeah,
it.
I've seen the YouTube
Would
clips,
you
and
go
they're quite
ahead, ask her if
remarkable.
she'll do it for us? 'Cause she
Would you, Helen,
yes, of
please?
All right.
Okay,
so,
I'm excited.
I'll pick a couple of objects. You
Perfect.
pick one.
Perfect.
And, okay. So we're going to
Perfect.
give you a few objects that are right here in the studio.
Yeah.
And we want you to improv it.
Yeah.
You can help if you want.
A whole
though.
story, and
Excellent,
please
excellent.
jump in, of course.
Create
of
a
course.
scene out of nothing. She's so
Yes,
brilliant. At
I know
this.
she's so
Okay.
brilliant.
So
Okay. I'm excited.
Okay.
water bottle
Water bottle, pen,
yes.
and soda can.
soda can.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. The rule of three. Three's
Okay,
funny.
okay.
Two's not.
Would
four's
you like
not.
an introduction?
No, I've got it here. Okay. Would you hand me the water bottle?
Yes, and
I'm going to take a sip out of this soda can,
yes, and
and then I will write my name on with this pen on this piece of paper.
Whoa!
wow,
It's like a whole universe came alive.
Seriously.
fabulous, fabulous.
Characters. I had a history. I saw
yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Yeah.
Out of immediately out of nowhere.
Did you see how
Yes.
sort of my voice changed?
Yes,
It-
you
yeah.
were. You looked different
Yeah.
while you
Not
were
only
doing
that,
it.
are you
Yeah.
ready? We gave her 3 objects.
Yeah.
She closed with a 4th, the
Yeah.
paper.
Well, that's the
Well, that's a
trick.
pro
you see,
for you,
yeah,
yeah.
that is
Build. You build.
You build.
You build.
Exactly.
You
Thank
elevate.
you.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yes.
That was. And by the way, okay, fabulous.
SM.
Oh,
Millard,
well, thank you. That's,
fabulous.
But we have to
What a
ask you
team,
now,
what a
Millard.
team.
I've read.
Was it imposing working with Helen Murren on Rock and Roll Hospice?
Well,
I mean,
she's quite the legend, and of course, being so much older than I am, there's a degree of respect there. And she's a dame. She's a dame. I'm not a sir.
No, you're a rascal.
I have an OBE, though.
Nice.
More
nice.
like OBEs.
What does that mean again?
Order of the British Empire, you goose.
But I think
Yes.
But I think for him it means something different, right?
Oh, well, if you stick in
Old
a...
British entity. I think.
You rapscallion, you. Oh, that's what they say.
I'm on Helen's side now. She
Oh.
taught me
Oh,
respect.
please. He's had a crush on her for decades.
I call
right.
it the OBEs. I mean, look, he's gained some weight.
I know.
What's your next role? Elephant in the room? Jesus.
I think you look fabulous, Millard. I think you
No,
look
as I
adorable.
said, it's Jimi Hendrix. Sir Anthony Hopkins was not available, so I take his cast-offs
His loss.
for men of color.
His loss.
But you went with Quiff, of course. You did gain some weight.
I did indeed.
That's your whole approach to acting, right? Is
As a matter of fact, it is. You've read my book.
yes,
Yes.
the actor's food way.
Exactly.
Yes.
A 3-course guide to acting good.
Okay, so you looked at
Really
Quiff and you said,
brilliant.
"Here's this guy who's this. Now I have to eat this." What was that process like?
Exactly. I pegged him at about 40 pounds plus from where I
many stone
normally
is
sit.
that?
Well
It's a
done.
little British humor.
Stone. I'm not. I can tell you how many hands are horses, but not how many stone. And so I chowed down. I pigged out on pierogi and steak tartare and
Spaghetti bolognese.
spaghetti bolognese. You've read my book.
Very fond of your Americans, Ben and Jerry.
The great
yeah.
Vermonters.
Yes.
Yes.
We'd like
Lovely.
to see you both in a movie about Ben and Jerry's. That's what we'd like to see.
Oh, that'd be
That
fabulous.
would be fabulous.
But until that time,
Yes.
we just have to thank you.
Thank you guys
for
very
being
much.
here.
Thank you so much.
Helen
Just
Murren.
an honor and a joy.
Millard LeBlanc, stars of Rock and
Come
Roll
by
Hospice.
anytime.
Pleasure.
Anytime.
What an honor to have
Our
you here. We
studio
wish
is
you
your studio. Come by anytime.
So much luck with the
Call
film.
first.
It's so
Call first,
unique.
okay?
Rock and Roll Hospice is so unique.
Just call before
and we
you
hope
move.
that message reaches people.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Huzzah.
important. It's
Beautiful.
important, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Find us on Facebook and Twitter. Movies Not Movies, all one word. Hashtag Movies Not Movies with a fake movie title. If we use it, we'll include your name as one of the non-existent filmmakers on the show. Movies Not Movies was created by James Napoli, Billy Marchese, and Heidi Mastrogiovanni. It was produced by Billy Marchese and written by James Napoli and Heidi Mastrogiovanni. Additional interview segment and movie clip performances by Chip Phillips and Julie Perkins. Film clip sound designed by Dick Schroeder. And your announcer is me, Bo Weaver. Visit Movies Not Movies on Facebook and Twitter for more exclusive content and information on how to interact with our podcast. Thanks for listening to Movies Not Movies. And until next time, keep it fake, everybody.